So let me get into these messages for you guys and stop playing around. What's up, Alchemist? Have a seat. Step on stage, Aries. It's been messages coming through for you all for the last 2 days. Okay, so I got some things to say. Get comfy, grab a cocktail or some cucumber water like myself, because we got several things to cover. Okay, get started in a second. You all hear my raspy voice, so you know I need some water. So, um, first of all, we talked about the parents that either transitioned over or are in poor health right now. Some other things that came up for you guys. Some of you all are really into fitness, bodybuilders. Someone here whose name starts with an S or a V, first or last name, or you had a mother whose name starts with a V. Um, For the women here, some of the women here are dealing with PCOS and you're not aware of it. There's a hormonal imbalance. And one of the ways that you can tell there's a hormonal imbalance is you're getting more facial hair, or you're noticing that your eyebrows are thinning. Those are indications of thyroid issues that came up for some of the women here having thyroid issues, a hormonal imbalance. Sea moss is good for balancing the thyroid, and this is a shameless plug that wasn't intentional. But if you're in the Chicagoland area, I do sell sea moss, but also fenugreek for PCOS. Fenugreek is really good. Um, some of you all are dealing with muscle spasms or migraines. That's another thing that came up. The migraines. Let's touch on that really quick and start going into some of the messages as far as what you guys need to work on. For those of you that are dealing with migraines, I'm getting that it is specifically connected to, um, man, not y'all making me come for Aries this early in the reading. It's directly connected to some anger issues or a supplement you're taking during your workouts. For some of you, there's a supplement you're taking during your workouts that's causing those migraines or the hormonal imbalances. And then for others, it is the anger issue. It's causing you stress. And I'm hesitant to say this word, but I'm going to say it just so you know how serious it is. It can put you at risk for an aneurysm. So you really, the best way, Aries, for you all to release anger is through exercise. That's a great way for you guys. Some type of physical activity for you all. We know one of the physical activities you all like for relieving stress, but we're not going to talk about that one. You need activity to be able to manage your temper a little bit better for those of you who have that issue. And that's specifically Aries, Sun, and Rising, not so much the Aries Moon, if you have an Aries Moon here. Um, the other thing that came up for you all, some of you all are struggling with a business and it has really been stressing you. But if you have a parent that is on the other side and you're comfortable with doing this, talk to them, ask them for help and guidance, how to get that business back on track. You got to get back into your positive mindset, Aries, because you guys can tap in and really manifest when you want to. Um, Also, I got that a lot of you all have some admirers right now that might be doing some lightweight stalking. And I got that some of you all, gosh, don't make me come for Aries now. I love me some Aries. That some of you all might be the stalker. Some of you all might be doing a little bit of social media stalking. And here's the thing, if this is someone that is not giving you the time of day, please channel your, you know, I'm that guy, I'm that girl energy and keep it pushing. You know, what wants you, Aries? You know, if yeah, I'm just going to leave that message there. I mentioned the muscle spasm. Oh, this is the other thing while I'm getting the tough messages out, okay? Aries, for some of you, You are your own worst enemy. And I am specifically speaking to those of you that are dealing with some challenges in a relationship where there's a lot of arguments taking place. I'm saying this with love, Aries. I need you all to sit and really think about your role in these arguments, your role in the issues that you all have been having. Be honest with yourself, especially if you want this relationship to work. Um, Usually there's multiple people at fault. It's not just one person. It's usually a little bit of both, anyways. But if you really want this to work, if you really want to get past this challenging time in your relationships, taking ownership is going to be huge. For one, it's going to disarm the person that is coming at you anyway, because they're not going to see that coming. And it gives you all a chance to have a real conversation and really hear each other. Because right now, for those of you who are dealing with a lot of arguments in your relationships, like neither one of you are seeing the other person's side. You're only seeing how you've made each other feel. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave that there because it was a bunch of messages. So I will unpack more of these messages as I touch on some specific things to let you know if this particular reading is for you or not, Aries. I think I mentioned the name Sarah. That someone here's name is Sarah. Someone here has an autistic child as well. And they are, man, they crack you up. They're funny, very smart. Um, oh, also another thing that came up is losing your religion. Like some of you all, I guess, are kind of shifting your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs in some way, shape, or form. I feel like many of you guys followed a certain belief system since childhood, and now that's starting to shift. And it may be causing some challenges within your family that you're struggling with. Um, I would say, whatever it is you believe in, I personally call the higher power. I believe in God, but whatever you believe in, tap in with that first and foremost, because that's going to be the best guidance for you, not a human. I don't care who the human is. Um, some of you all have a Pisces moon or a Cancer or a Capricorn rising, or you're dating a Cancer, Capricorn, sun, moon rising, or Pisces. And the last thing I'm going to touch on before I really start getting into these cards is someone lives on a street that starts with the L. It kind of sounds like Leroy or something like that. Um, yeah, someone lives on a street starts with the L, or it sounds like the name Leroy. And lastly, oh, and some of you all are dealing with the UTI, and you'll know that that came up in another reading, by the way. I got that there's messages for you guys in my collective reading. It was from some months ago, and the reading is what's holding you. Why are you holding yourself back? Yes. Okay, let's get into those are the channel messages that came up in the meditation, Aries. If any of those connected, resonated, or you still feel like you should stick around and listen to these messages, then let's get into it. We are starting with the Spirit Oracle deck. What's the most important message for my Aries right now? Help my Aries, because I feel like my Aries are going through some challenges right now. Boom. That's it. Wow. Look at that. Love, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Hey, many of you all, you're seeing everything that your partner is doing wrong. Whoever this is that you're arguing with, you're seeing everything that they're doing wrong. You're seeing everything that's bothering you about this person. I need you to, if you want this to work, I need you to find even the tiniest morsel of gratitude for this person. What is it that you are grateful for about this person? Because right now, you're not showing them no mercy, you know. And it's hard for them to know how you really feel. Like they really think you don't care. And you do, Aries. You care. Uh, and also in terms of your health, this love thing, I need to see you giving yourself more self love. Some of you guys are overindulging in alcohol. You're doing too much drinking, and you know you are. And this is a part of the hormonal imbalance and the UTI. For those of, yeah, yep. For those of you who are consuming too much alcohol, I want you to show yourself more love by, yeah. If for example, if you're drinking every weekend, challenge yourself to only drink one day out the weekend. Pick Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and then the rest of those days be disciplined. Right now, it appears to just be a good time. You're using the summer as an excuse for those of you who are in the area where it's summertime right now. That's not an excuse. All right. Let me know what's another use them. Okay, I'm being told to use the monology deck, so I'm switching over you all. Help my Aries, okay? What's the what's the overall message? The most important message my Aries needs to hear right now. Ooh, that flew out. I don't know if you all saw that, but this is two of them, and we're gonna take them two because I thought it was one. Wow, Aries, I can't make this up. Look at this card. I want you to look at that. Bring love into the situation. And what did we pull from the other deck? That's why they wanted me to use the other deck. Wow, it is so much emphasis on that, Aries. Listen, can I say this and have you all receive this the right way? Please hear me and don't be defensive. You all need to step back and really kind of replay some events. Think about some of the things that you said during these arguments. But what I want you to do most is flip it around and put yourself in the other person's shoes briefly, okay? I'm not saying the other person is right or perfect, but I'm saying you guys are going to be at a stalemate if you don't at least see their side so that the conversations that you all are having can take on a different tone and a different approach. You are going to shock them with just considering their side, okay? And there's double emphasis on that. Come on, Aries. It's double emphasis on the fact that you love this person and you need to show that, and it's not making you the bad guy, but there has to be a different approach. You don't want this stalemate, and it doesn't have to be a stalemate. Some of you all here, the person you're with is an Aquarius. And yeah, oh, I'm getting a chill from that. You all really love this person. It's strong sexual chemistry too. Like you guys are really into each other. But Aries, let's just keep it a buck. You guys like to fight and what's the other F? Fight and like argue just to make up, just to have makeup sex. But that's toxic. That's not how we do this, Aries. That's why you got to go to the gym. You got to get in some type of physical activity to get that frustration out and have intimacy like the rest of us. Instead of having arguments and then wanting to make up, because especially for those of you dealing with an Aquarius, it is draining them and it is pushing them away. Okay, we're going to move past that and look at the other card that came up. A time to give rather than to take. See? These are all the confirmations. This also, the person you're dealing with may be a Virgo as well. Excuse me if you all heard that. Hold on. Not the confirmation belches. So, a time to give rather than to take. I want to say this in a way where you guys can receive it. And so, you know, yeah, There's been some, if you're honest with yourself, Aries, there's been some times where you guys have been a little bratty. I'm gonna put it that way. You guys are the babies of the zodiac. You're literally the first sign of the zodiac. And there's times where you guys have been a little bratty and not seen the other person's side. And I'm not coming for you. I do this to help people grow and evolve and into their best self. And we can't do that if all I do is flower you and shower you with compliments. I got to tell you all like it is. So I applaud you all for receiving those tough messages and hopefully alchemizing them into what it is that you want. Let's see, what else do we have for you all with this? Yeah, your health is also just a focus. What we touched on earlier, I'm going to revisit some of that in reference to those migraines. Don't forget what I said about for those of you that are taking some type of supplement, the supplement is causing the migraines or the hormonal imbalance. I need you guys to really go into your cabinet and look at what it is that you've been consuming on a daily basis that's a supplement, and reevaluate that. Look at the ingredients, research the ingredients. Okay. All right. Now I know there was someone in here, Toto, or you were in here that lost some parents, and that did come up as well. That some of you all, oh, someone just had a fire. You either had a fire. This is an important message, and for those of you this doesn't apply to, just give me a second because this is important. Someone here recently had a house fire, maybe even the car set on fire, or you are dealing with electrical issues in your home, please know that those electrical issues are serious. If you are renting, hold your landlord accountable to fix that issue. And if they are ignoring the issue and not fixing it, report it to your city or local town. If it is an electrical issue, it is dangerous. It is a potential electrical fire. But some of you all have dealt with some type of fire in the past or recently, and mm, yeah, yeah. I don't even know what to say to you all. I'm just sending you just compassion and understanding for what you all dealt with that. So there are some things that you all think can't be replaced because of the fire. For those who dealt with the fire, and it can, do a little bit more research to look into that. Um, Someone here just recently inherited some property from a parent that they lost as well. Let's get some solid closing messages for my Aries. Give me some um solid closing messages to give my Aries some positive. No, that flew out. As soon as I said some positive acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. You know, mm, I'm getting a chill before I even say it. This message is for those of you that have parents on the other side or parents that are dealing with some health issues right now. Mm. Some of you all are singers too. You all have a voice on you. And wow, there are some of you all here that definitely are going to have a successful singing career. If you have a parent that's on the other side and you're an artist, you're a singer, you are going to be, they're telling you to stick with it. They are with you. They're in those rooms. If a deal recently fell through, it's because they made it fall through. Because later on you were going to regret signing that contract. But keep going. I'm getting a chill as I say it. You got this. Your parent is in that room making sure you get the right deal. Okay. And in the meantime, promote your, hold on, for you all who aren't singers or artists, stay with me. For those who are an artist, a singer, uh, you can put your music on Tidal, Apple Music on your own. And what I'm hearing specifically is what you guys need to be doing is, you know how like Instagram, TikTok, you can do, and YouTube, you can use music, like submit your music to be used on those platforms. I can't tell you how much music I discovered through Instagram that I knew nothing about. And I end up liking it just because I saw it on the Instagram reel. Okay, that was a specific message. Now, For those of you who have a parent that's in poor health, this is a similar message to the Sagittarius reading. So I don't know, some of you guys may have some major Sagittarius placement as well. Cherish your time, create beautiful memories with that parent while they're still here, that loved one while they're still here. And don't force them to do anything they don't want to do. Some of you all are fighting harder than they are. And you got to let them end on the note that they want to end on, not you, Aries. And for those of you who ride these motorcycles, I'm just going to tell you, I don't like it. Nope, I don't like it. And you can get mad about it, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Some of you guys are thrill seekers. So if you're going to do the motorcycle thing, at least do it like some place where there's not a lot of other vehicles on the road. You know, Aries can be prone to head injuries. So just please be careful. I'm going to do one last closing message for you all. I'm not going to force it. Yeah, we're going to use this. We're going to use, oh no, we're going to use the Astro Dice. Okay, we're closing out on the Astro Dice. While I'm getting this last final message for you guys, if you appreciated the messages I've delivered so far for you all, the easiest way to encourage me to continue to deliver these messages is give me a pom-pom shake by liking, subscribing, comment. Let me know what resonated. This encourages me to get on here and deliver these messages for you guys, you know? For those of you who are content creators, you all know how much effort this takes and how much you got to put in before you get anything back. Okay, give me some final messages for my Aries. Y'all, you all are sexy too. Like I'm just feeling, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling turned on right now, Aries. Y'all, sexy. This is a sexy group. Ooh, what we got? What we got? What we got? That's 6. That's Scorpio. Virgo, Scorpio energy here. And I feel like that's Mars energy. That's either Mars or Mercury. Hold on. Yeah, some of you all are dealing with a Scorpio or have a Scorpio rising. Some of you all have something you're keeping from your family. You don't have to, especially if this is specifically connected to your sexuality and the whole religion thing I mentioned earlier. Listen, the people that are meant to be in your life are going to accept and love you as you are. You are Aries, you all are not meant to do anything in secret or have to dim your light for anybody. So come through. Yeah, that's that Mercury in communication. Some of you all have been dealing with issues with the skin, and that's going back to the hormonal imbalance that I mentioned. Get you some glycolic acid toner too if you're dealing with acne. That's going to help. Switch up your. Some of you all have been thinking about switching up your skincare routine. That's going to work for you all. But more than anything, with the alcohol. If for those of you who are indulging a little bit more than you should be in alcohol, just know that your skin is your biggest organ. And so when you're drinking all those toxins, it's going to come out through the skin and cause the skin to break out. You know, Aries, I want you all to know that you got this. Oh, look, I'm wrapping up just in time. I want you all to know that you got this. And especially for those of you who have lost a parent or have a parent that's ill, I'm just really sending you guys some love and some strength right now. And hey, I'm not going to drag these messages out, okay? I will see you all on the next reading.